Good morning from Bandra Bandstand. I'm here on my morning walk. Today I would like to talk to you about a great photographer, a great human being. We have a cosmic connection. He's a Jew from Brooklyn, now settled in Manhattan, and I am a Shia Muslim in Bandra. It so happened that Dr. Glenn Lossack, also known as the Furious Physician, a great psychiatrist, happened to see my pictures on the internet about Shiaism, Muharram, and he sent a mail to me. He asked me, he wanted to come down to shoot Muharram. I welcomed him. So in 2007, he came to my house, and that is the time my first granddaughter was born. And the first thing that he handed over to her was a Nikon camera. And we liked each other because we had the same outlook. Glenn is a fantastic photographer. He shoots beggars, and when he shoots beggars, you can see God in their eyes. So I consider him one of my gurus. I started shooting beggars from that time onwards. And shooting beggars was not to demean my country. And I specialize in shooting Muslim beggars because my community is a divided community. You have Shia, Sunnis. I don't know how many sects there are. But beggars, whether they are Sunni, Shia, they're all under God's tattered umbrella, trying to stop the rains of poverty or whatever you call it. So anyway, we shot Maria the leper lady. We shot a lot of things in Bandra, the slums. And then comes Muharram, Ashura. I took him to Bhindi Bazaar. I took him to Mughal Masjid. I took him to Imamia, and we shot Muharram. We shot Ashura. All blood. And like me, Glenn loves blood. So do I. And then after that, I took him to Haji Malak. I think he must have been the first American to go to Haji Malak. We climbed up the mountain. I was bare feet. And then it was here that I met the Sufi cult, snake cult Sufis. The guy carried my bag. Then we met the Hijra community. Introduced Glenn to Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi. Today she is one of the greatest Mahamandaleshwar of the Kinnar Akhada. I introduced Glenn to Ma Madhuri Ma of Parkside. Glenn had lunch with them, and Glenn will never forget Haji Malak. But he had to rush because he had some commitment in Delhi. And from that time onwards, Glenn has become an extended family. His being a Jew or me being a Shia Muslim doesn't really matter because we are all, under the skin, we are all one. And then through Glenn, I met Alice Ferring, the wine lady of New York. I met Ruby Ludwig, the rock star of talk shows. And I have still connected to them, though I have never met them. But Glenn has been a link. Then Glenn came down again. And this time, we went and shot Muharram Ashura in Delhi. It is not as hardcore as Hyderabad or Lucknow or Mumbai for that matter, but it's okay. There were a lot of people from Kargil. And after that, we shot Nizamuddin Aulia's Dargah because I have a Sufi bent of mind, and I am a Khalifa and a Madari of under Sayyid Masum Ali Baba. Then again, Glenn came down 2019 or 18, I think, and then we shot Ismail Shah Baba's Dargah. I took him to Bhindi Bazaar, Dongri. Glenn is a very observant photographer. He understands human nature because being a psychiatrist, I think, his mind itself is a cosmic camera. His pictures have pathos, passion, and he's a textbook. He's a walking textbook of photography. Glenn, I don't know, I can go on talking about Glenn, but Glenn is a guru. And you won't find so many Glens in the photography world. Glen is singular, he's one. He captures moments, doesn't let them pass through his camera eye. I'm very lucky to have a friend like. And one more thing I'd like to tell you, when I was in hospital, I had a heart attack, I was really broke. My business had been wiped out because of all these problems going on. And Glen helped me out. And Glen has always stood by me. Whenever there is some calamity like the lockdown 5, he send me a message, do you want money, do you want help? I'm there for you, Feroz. I mean, where will you find such kind of love? Even today, your own brothers won't give you the kind of love that strangers give you. And then strangers, maybe they do not belong to the same bloodline like you, but there is something, there is some connection, God-given connection. I'm very happy to have met Glen. I don't know what I would do without Glen. Glen sends me messages. And Glen is crazy about India. I have never seen a man in love with India as much as Glen. Glen shot the Kumbh Melas much before I started shooting them. I don't think Glen has been to Kamakya, but I introduced Glen to my Naga Guru, who's dead now. And we met at Mahakumbh, we met at various kumbhs. Actually, Glen loves Nasik, he loves Trimbakeshwar. And when he comes to Mumbai, another place that he loves to go is Varanasi. And Varanasi, if you're a Hindu and not seen Varanasi, you have not seen anything. I mean, I saw Varanasi in 2018 when I went to shoot the Aghori Holi of the Dead. It's known as the Shamshan Holi. We play Holi with the living folks, the Aghoris, they play Holi with the dead. And it's an amazing thing with my Guru, Aghori Guru Manikandan. I saw something that I would have never seen. And I must tell you here one more thing without beating around the bush, that I'm the only Muslim. I'm the only Muslim that has been promoting Hindu-Muslim amity, one. And the other thing I would like to tell you is, I promote Hinduism or hope and Hindutva. Some people don't like me using that word Hindutva, but my Hindutva is not connected to RSS or Vishwa Hindu Parishad. My Hindutva is connected to the simple people that promote Hinduism on the banks of the Ganga. And I consider Hinduism as a message of universal peace. I have no issue with anyone. And I know a lot of people in my area in Bandra, the hawkers, vegetable hawkers from the Bajrang Dal, that are abusive, They don't like Muslims. I don't know why. I mean, I could never imagine Hanumanji saying hate Muslims or hate anybody else. We are all one. We are Indians basically. Before we call ourselves Muslims or Hindus, we are Indians. We are human beings. But I don't know the mentality. I have gone through the Hindu-Muslim riots in 93. I lost everything. I started from scratch. But till date, I have never ever said wrong things about the Hindu faith. As a matter of fact, I mean, people think I'm a Hindu. I am a Hindu actually. Because in the eyes of my beholder, I am a Hindu, I am a Sufi, I am a Shia, I am a Buddhist. And here is another thing. I had gone to Darjeeling many years back and I had a few refugees, And somebody informed His Holiness Dalai Lama, and Dalai Lama Sahib, Dalai Lama, His Holiness, sent me his biography. So this is it, you touch people's hearts with good work, with your love. I'm not a rich guy. I'm going through a very bad phase. My film line, I'm connected to film industry as a Bollywood fashion stylist. I'm the oldest fashion stylist. But the problem now is there is no work at all. All the savings are gone. My daughter Samia, she gave me money for my angiography, but I've spent it all on my medicines because I was being treated for heart problem, kidney problem, and diabetes. Dr. Manoj Chadda is taking care of my diabetes, but I have not met him for the last 4 months. Dr. Shrenik Mishra is treating me for my heart problem, but I have not met him. And Dr. Jitin Kothari is treating me for my kidney. I have not met him because the OPD at Hinduja is closed and I can't afford online treatment. So this is life as such. And back again to Glen. Glen is a great guy. He's a typical American, but he loves India. Sometimes I tell him, I said, you should buy a house in India because I think You love India. You love India so much that even Indians don't know what love is. For them, we talk about patriotism and we talk of so many other things. But then a man doesn't have to be born. He can be born in America. He can be born anywhere in the world and he can still love India. So that way I know so many other friends of mine who are Indophiles, they have been, but that's it. They love shooting India. And I tell you one thing, in order to shoot India, you have to be reborn again. Because one lifetime is not enough to shoot India. I live in Mumbai. I don't think there is any other city as good as Mumbai. We are children of a migrant. My father ran away from Lucknow when he was 15-year-old. He wanted to be a Bollywood star, but he was a tailor. We lived in the slums. And then he worked hard. He brought us to Woodhouse Road. He took us to Beach Candy. And then now we have a house at Colaba Strand Cinema. And I'm living in Bandra. I relocated. And I've seen a lot of things in life. I've shot the bomb blast, 93 riots. I've seen all these things. But I tell you, this lockdown it has changed my life. It has changed everyone's life. It has made people miserable, and it's a poorly planned lockdown. It had no consideration for the migrants. They didn't even know that the migrants would be affected. And then we came to know there are almost 25 lakh migrants in Mumbai. And see the way they were treated by the city of dreams. I mean, the leaders and all those people, they didn't even bother, to have a humanity for these migrants that built the city. They built the roads, they built the infrastructure. And we treated them worse than slaves. We treated them like dog shit. This is how we treated them. And mind you, they have gone from here, but they will come back. Because what will they do in the villages? It was to run away from the villages and make their own dreams. They came to Mumbai, so I'm sure they will come back. Because one thing is there, you can live without Mumbai, but Mumbai won't live without you. Once it enters it's the greatest virus. I mean, I cannot imagine anyone, leaving Mumbai, because Mumbai drags you back, and this is the beauty of Mumbai. And so once again, you all should connect to Dr. Glenn Lossack. He's on Flickr, he's on Facebook, he's on Twitter. He's a great photographer and he's a great teacher. You guys should learn from him, as I have learned from him too. Thank you all. Stay safe and hope this dark period of lockdown ends. I'm not into politics. I'm not into religious congregation, nor am I into religious diatribe. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a Muslim channel. I'm not an Islamic channel at all. I don't promote I'm a Shia Muslim, but I don't promote my faith. Yes, I promote one thing, and that is humanity, which all of us promote. And humanity is what? Humanity is taking care of the poor, because God lives in the eyes of the poor and the heart of the poor. That is what I believe. Thank you all.